Yo, it's the Sauce Kid Official, man. I'm rocking with my man Nick at Hard Knock TV. Keep it locked, you heard? Tú eres la mujer que yo tengo que conocer. Tú eres con la que yo me puedo ver.
You work with Meek on the album. Are you also working on another project with him?
Yeah, we've been working on a little collab, little tape. We just got to lock in just to kind of piece everything together. Me, Chris, we've been working on one too. I want to create like this little project side series where it's like my world to your world, like 5, 6, 7 songs with an artist, and we just throw them out, like, you know.
What is it about Meek in particular that makes you guys click up so much?
We've been making music for years. Meek was on one of my first mixtapes. He was on the Swavy tape, and we just been making music for years, like just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just never stopped.
Wayne's about to jump on a remix, or did jump on a remix?
Yeah,
what was that like?
I ain't gonna lie, Wayne killed it. He skated on everything. He just like, he came in one of them old classic Wayne verses, like when he used to come on the songs and just remix them, like even hit me with the remix, baby, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's fire, it's fire. About to clear it and it's about to come out.
So you put out a song with Ozuna earlier in the year.
Yeah.
How did you start dabbling into the Latin space? Like, what were the
Well, I live in Miami. Sorry not to cut you off. I live in Miami. You know, everything's tropical. It's a lot of palm trees around. Very Latin influence culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm always at the Cuban spot. You know what I mean? Getting a steak paella. You know what I mean? And I'm just one of those dudes where I remember one time I was with Ray. This is my assistant. This dude over here. I don't want to show him because he's just ugly. But no, I'm just playing. But I remember like it was an urban club. You know, everybody's all kind of people in there. Black people, Spanish, white. He played the remix to this song. I think Ozuna was on. To this day, I still don't even know the words, but it was the melody, and everybody in the club was singing this. Like everybody, like. What was it? I remember hearing the song and looking around and being like, I was like, yo, this kid kind of sounds like me a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like some stuff that I would do, but that melody's so crazy. And then I was looking around the club and I'm like, yo, I want to do this. I want to do this because I have so many Spanish fans that sometimes they don't understand everything that I'm saying, like in my slangs and like all this extra, but they just like the vibe. So I'm like, why am I not gonna have something that I can give back to them that they feel like, all right, Tory care about it because he took the time to make music just for me to listen to. You feel me? And also it's like, I really like it. Like I really like the music that comes out of like Latin America right now. It's crazy. Like, you feel me? Like it's really crazy. So for me, it's like, I don't ever want to feel or ever try to be like a culture vulture or one of those dudes who does something because it's popping. Like, I've been said this before, like, Bad Buddy was out, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, talking to Ray about setting this up and setting this, doing all this extra stuff. And we made the project, like, so long ago. It's just like, right now we're finishing it up. El Agua is the name of the project. We're finishing it up. But Ozuna was the first person who heard that first song. And it's crazy because the way I learned like to talk like Spanish or to sing Spanish, because I can't really talk it that fluently, like really at all. But I could read it really well and I could write it well. So when I first made the song, I learned all those words off of Duolingo, right? Duolingo's like this app. And those were like some of the first words that I learned. That's why the hook was so simple. It was Lo siento, mamacita, esta noche. You know what I mean? That's why it was so simple, because those were like, you know, Lo siento, esta noche, like these were the first couple of words that I learned. So I made it into a song and it just ended up going, like, you know what I'm saying? It really ended up going. And then I had to like bring like, shout out to Saba and Los, but I had to bring like two of my dudes that are Spanish as well, like to come in and actually like listen and hear a lot of the stuff that I'm saying. And like sometimes I have to be like, yo, how do I say, you know, this, that, and the third? Or like I'll come with like, because I always come with all the melodies, that's off top. I come with the melodies like, yo, but I want to say da-da-da-da. And then like they'll tell me a line and then I'll think about something that I've already read that I could like either rhyme it with or like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was really like a group effort as well. Like I'm not going to sit here and be like, yo,
Yeah. I was gonna ask. I was like, are you bilingual in Spanish? Like, how'd you even like?
No,
Write
but I could read it well, you know, and I could read it well. I could sing it well. Like when my accent when I sing it is incredible. Like I know how to pronunciate everything. Like I don't sound like some American dude on Google Translate. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Pa Me was the first time like I made like a full song in Spanish. That was the first song that I made in full like you know in full Spanish. So me getting a plaque off of that and like things that happened off of it, I didn't expect it. I was just trying to do something. But as I made more and more Spanish music, like I became really fluent with it. Like so now I'm like really fluent with singing it and like writing it, you know?
It's crazy that Ozuna was the first person you worked with, because to me he's the hook master of Latin music. So for you guys to like work together, I was like, yo, it makes sense.
Nah, it's fire.
Tell me a little bit more about that album. Like, who else have you worked with? Like, what?
Ozuna is on it. Nicky Jam is on it. We're still drawing for a lot of other features, but Darrell is on it. I went back and got Nina Sky, just to do some classic, like, you know, stuff on it as well. Right now we try and get Maluma and J Balvin and Yankee and, you know, a couple other people. So we're just waiting on a couple features, and if we don't, then we're gonna put it out regardless, you know. But that's why I called the project El Agua, because I felt like, you know, a lot of my songs, they still kind of feel a little bit, they're not like urban, like Latin songs. They're not like, you know, hip hop Latin songs. They're more so songs that you can hear by the water, like that you want to listen to on the island, that you want to listen to on a boat, or you want to hear on a country, or like in a place that's surrounded by water, you know. So that's why I called it the water, like El Agua.
Dope. I thought it was El Agua because you have different lanes, so you're able to like move in between different
That's a dope way of thinking about it too.
I was like, I wonder why he called it El Agua.
Nah, that's a dope way of thinking about it too.
Being Latino myself, like I felt like Spanish music was kind of like marginalized in a way, and like you wouldn't hear it necessarily on the like hip hop stations per se. It's like you could turn on the reggaeton station and you would hear these artists, but now there seems to be a little bit more of, you can hear more hip hop artists on the Latin side, and now you hear more Latin artists on the hip hop side.
That's true.
Like, how do you, as an artist, how do you feel about how cultures are mixing right now and sounds are mixing?
I think it's great, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's always great for music to be diverse. You know, music was meant to be shared. And I just think that, you know, at this point of our lives, like, it's only so long that we have to create and innovate, you know. Everybody gets old one day. You know, they forget everybody's songs one day, you know. And at the end of the day, like, while we're here, like, let's be the innovators of music that clashed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when this touched this and it became this, you know what I mean? Like, I'm all for being, like, the innovators of that.
You know, for do your thing. She come too sexy, spice like New Orleans, yeah. Go and do the thing. And who got the keys to me, be mommy, want slew the thing right now.
You're on a remix with Stefflon Don too, that's pushing a slightly different sound.
Yeah, shout out to Steph.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I was in London, and I hit her up, and she was like, yo, you out here? I'm like, yeah, I'm out here. I'm like, yo, let's get some records done. She sent me the record. I did the record, we shot, and I was like, yo, I remember texting her, I was like, yo, if you're really like a real one, we'll shoot the video tomorrow. Because I only had like 3 days in town. I was like, we'll shoot the video tomorrow. Because I just made it, and I was like, yo, if you're a real one, we'll shoot the video tomorrow. And she was like, all right. And we really shot the video the next day. Like, we really shot the video the next day. And then it went out.
Yeah, I got energy in that video. People are like, wait, are they dating? Like, what's going on? Like, y'all really look like y'all.
It went out yesterday.
That's what's up. You got a track with A Boogie dropping on Friday, right?
Yeah.
You want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, the video's gonna be dropping on Friday. I directed it myself. I shoot with a dude named Mid and a dude named Zach. So between us three, we do all the videos. Like, for everybody who doesn't know, like, all of our videos are facilitated through us. I edit them too, you know.
Wow.
But Zach edited
You're
this
hands-on.
one. Yeah. Everything that's been coming out, like,
It's you.
I'm out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mid is also out here. Zach is also out here. And we all together kind of just do what we do, you know. And the video's dope. We shot it in, like, this, like, arcade kind of stage theater weird kind of thing. It's kind of fire. But it's also like a recap of a video that we put out previous me and A Boogie called Best Friend. So it's like kind of picks up from where that one left off.
I saw in the other video, the one with Meek, you kind of had a little tip of the hat to Jay with the changed clothes. Kind of seemed like it.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
Yeah.
That was the whole point. Like I literally, and I edited that one. I edited Drip Drip. So like for me, even when in the editing, like I had to keep going back to his shots and like seeing like how they did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like certain things, we nailed it, and certain things, it's like, you know, I didn't want to like, you know, copy it all the way, you know what I'm saying?
It's an homage.
But like, you know, like the moment when Beans came out, like I had Fat Boy do it, and then like, you know, the red carpet intro when he's like, "You coming in?" and he's like, "Yeah, no," you know what I'm saying? Like that stuff. You know, I try to keep a change clothes theme to keep it like classic, like something that I liked and enjoyed growing up.
Do you see like directing as something that you're like interested in, like something that you want to keep doing, or is it just more?
Yeah, I love directing. I'm in love with everything just being cinematic, man. I love like cinematic shots and like editing and like knowing that like, you know, the card's dumping, and I'm like I love all that, like, you know what I'm saying?
Any last words?
I'm working on the Chicks Tape 5 right now. Alagua, of course.
Is that dropping this year? Do you know? Next year? Do you have a?
I think everything's gonna drop next year. I mean, we only have like 1 month left.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That would just be ridiculous. Like, you know. But yeah, like, you know, I'm ready to go, man. I just want to let all my fans know that, like, you know, I've been away for a minute, and the pieces are back realigned, and I think that, you know, this time over all the times is gonna be the most crazy out of everything that's happened previous, you know. And I just feel like my fans need to just understand that I'm motivated and I'm in a place where I'm not gonna stop, like on any kind of levels. Like I'm about to take this to a whole different level. So bear with me.
Dope. I appreciate you taking the time.
Great interview, man.